If you do these 5 things, you will win with money 100% of the time.
Saving money. 2 simple words, yet they feel like scaling Mount Everest in flip-flops. We're bombarded with rising costs, from groceries to rent, while online shopping tempts us with instant gratification at every click. It's no wonder that 61% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and 34% of Brits have less than £1,000 in savings. In this video, I'll be sharing 4 effective strategies to streamline and accelerate your savings journey. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to Wealth Map, where we explore various aspects of personal finance and self-development. Stay tuned for new videos every week as we navigate the landscape of financial well-being together. Let's dive right in. The first concept I want to discuss is Parkinson's Law, coined back in the 1950s. In simple terms, it suggests that the work you have will stretch to fill the time you allocate for it. To illustrate, if I give myself 3 weeks to plan and release a video, chances are it will indeed take me the full 3 weeks. I might procrastinate, explore new topics, and find myself going down various rabbit holes while watching unrelated videos. Somehow, the work manages to expand to consume the entire allocated time. On the other hand, if I set a tight deadline of 48 hours to release the video, I'll likely find creative ways to complete the task efficiently. Surprisingly, the quality difference between the video created in 3 weeks and the one in 48 hours might not be as significant as you'd expect. The same principle of Parkinson's Law can be applied to personal finance, where the resource, instead of time, is money. Your spending tends to expand to consume all the available funds if you let it. However, if you allocate a portion of your income as soon as it hits your bank account, let's say 10%, and transfer it to a separate savings account that you can't readily access, you'll find a way to manage with the remaining 90%. In fact, you might be surprised by how adaptable you can be. Consider trying 20% and living on the remaining 80%, or even 30% and living on the remaining 70%. It might seem challenging initially, but you'll likely discover that you can make it work. The key is to proactively set aside a portion of your income, creating a financial buffer that helps you manage your spending more effectively. It's a practical strategy to ensure that your financial resources are allocated wisely and contribute to your long-term goals. That's where the 4th saving strategy comes into play, where I'll provide more details on how to make this work with what you have. But before we get into that, let's talk about the 2nd saving strategy, which involves avoiding being a last-minute person. This is something that many Americans struggle with, as the average American savings account balance is only $4,500. One way to boost your savings is to plan ahead and avoid unnecessary expenses. Let me share a personal story with you. In my previous corporate job, especially during busy weeks and months, I found myself ordering takeout 3 to 4 times a week. On my way home, feeling hungry and tired, I would opt for the convenience of ordering through DoorDash or Grubhub. This became a regular routine because I failed to set aside a few hours on Sundays for meal prep and healthier alternatives for the week. While I admit I still occasionally do this, planning in advance can save you a significant amount of money. According to a study by the USDA, preparing meals at home can save you up to $2,000 per year. Planning ahead can also help you avoid overdraft fees by providing time for regular checks on your bank account. It can also cut down on Uber or taxi costs because you've allotted enough time for public transport. Moreover, planning in advance opens up opportunities for better choices. You can use your reward points to book your next flight or purchase a high-quality umbrella instead of settling for whatever is available when caught in the rain. While last-minute flexibility has its uses, it often comes at a cost and limits your options. As the author of The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg, writes, "The choices we make every day may feel like the products of well-considered decision-making, but they're not. They're habits, and though each habit means relatively little on its own, over time, the meals we order, what we say to our kids each night, whether we save or spend, how often we exercise, And the way we organize our thoughts and work routines have enormous impacts on our health, productivity, financial security, and happiness. If you want to save more money, you need to change your habits and plan ahead. The third saving strategy is to leverage saving technology. In the realm of forming and sticking to habits, technology can often be a valuable ally. Just as there are apps like OneSec to curb social media consumption by prompting a deep breath before opening the app, there are also apps designed to assist with financial goals. If your aim is to save more money, embracing available technology can make the process easier. Various apps can calculate how much you can afford to save each week and then automatically transfer that amount into a separate savings or investment account. By integrating these tools into your routine, you can streamline the saving process and stay on track with your financial goals. Just as technology aids in areas like improving fitness or reducing screen time, it can be a powerful tool for enhancing your saving habits. In the US, there are apps like Digit or Acorns that analyze your spending to determine how much you can afford to save, automatically transferring money over every few days. Additionally, these apps often offer the option to round up purchases to the nearest dollar and save the difference. For example, if your purchase is $1.30, it rounds up to $2, and the remaining 70 cents can be automatically saved. The key is to discover the right apps or technology that align with your habits and goals, making the saving process more seamless. Let me share with you a story of how saving technology helped me save for my dream vacation. I have always wanted to visit Hawaii, but I never seemed to have enough money to afford the trip. I tried to save money every month, but I often ended up spending it on other things. Then I discovered Digit, an app that automatically saves money for me based on my income and expenses. I set a goal to save $2,000 for my Hawaii trip, and Digit started to transfer small amounts of money from my checking account to my savings account every few days. Sometimes it was $5, sometimes it was $15, depending on how much I could spare. I also enabled the round-up feature, which added a few cents to my savings every time I made a purchase. I didn't even notice the money leaving my account, but it added up quickly. After a year, I had reached my goal and booked my flight and hotel. I was so happy and proud of myself for finally making my dream come true, thanks to Digit. If you want to learn more about how saving technology can help you build good habits and achieve your financial goals, I recommend reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, the fourth point, which can significantly impact your savings journey if consistently practiced, involves conducting a year in review. At the end of each year, we typically assess various aspects of our lives, reflecting on what went well, what didn't, and how we can learn and improve for the coming year. Applying this same level of scrutiny to your finances, conducting a detailed year-end review from top to bottom, is a distinct approach from a monthly budget. Think of your monthly budget as rowing the boat, navigating month by month. On the other hand, a yearly review is like stepping back to check the broader horizon. It ensures you're not just moving forward, but moving in the right direction. For example, let's say you have a goal to save $10,000 for a down payment on a house. You have been following a monthly budget and saving a certain amount each month. However, when you do a year-end review, you realize that you have spent more than you planned on some categories, such as eating out, entertainment, and travel. You also notice that you have not taken advantage of some opportunities to increase your income, such as asking for a raise, starting a side hustle, or investing in the stock market. By doing a year-end review, you can identify these areas of improvement and adjust your plan accordingly. You can also celebrate your achievements and reward yourself for your progress. Once a year, I consolidate all my bank accounts, debit card accounts, credit card accounts, into one main tracker, encompassing all the money flowing in and out. I categorize my spending and then meticulously go through each category line by line. I ask myself 3 crucial questions. Can I cut this out or cancel it completely? Can I live with less of it? Or can I obtain the same thing at a more affordable price elsewhere? This thorough examination during the yearly review helps identify potential areas for saving and ensures my financial direction aligns with my goals. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this content useful, please share it with someone else who will benefit. Someone who is looking to get good with money.